Okay, boys and girls, for today's read aloud, we are going to be reading about spiders, and then we also have an activity. For our activity, you're going to grab a piece of paper and something to write with, and we are going to do a KWL chart. So make sure you write what I know, what I want to know, and what I learned. And we're going to be filling this out before and after the book. So make sure you pause the video and write the KWL chart. So before we get started, since we're talking about spiders, for the K part and what I know, we're going to write 1 to 2 things on what we know about spiders. So for mine, I wrote, there are many different types of spiders, and I know that some spiders carry venom to protect themselves from other animals. So make sure you write 1 to 2 things on what you know from spiders. And then we're going to move on to the W, and the W is what I want to know. So we're going to write 1 to 2 things about what we want to know about spiders from reading the book. So for me, I wrote, I want to know how long do spiders live, and I want to know what do spiders eat. So make sure you write your 2 questions. It could be anything about spiders, and then we're going to get started with the story, and then the L part will be after the book, and we will go over if we were able to answer our questions, or if we weren't, what did we learn that we didn't know. So let's get started with our book. This is our book. So our focus question is, what are some traits of spiders, and what role do spiders play in nature? Our words to know are hatch, poisonous, inject, prey, parachute, and silk. Our table of contents, we're going to be going over our introduction, our traits, the life cycle, the diet, webs and silk, some cool spiders. Introduction. Do you jump when a spider crosses your path? Spiders make some people nervous, yet they are mostly harmless to humans. More than 40,000 kinds of spiders live all over the world. They range in size from the head of a pin to a large dinner plate. The smallest may be lighter than a feather, while the heaviest can weigh as much as a softball. So in our picture it says, a giant huntsman spider can grow up to 30 centimeters with legs spread out. That's the size of a dinner plate. Traits. Although spiders look like insects, they are different in many ways. Spiders have 8 legs, insects have only 6. Spiders have two body parts including the head. Insects have 3 body parts including the head. Most spiders have 8 eyes, and most insects have only 2. Spiders do not have wings. Most insects do. So in our picture right here, it is comparing the insect to a spider and how different their parts are. Life cycle. A female spider can lay thousands of eggs. After they hatch, the babies often stay near the mother until they can live on their own. Many spiders only live for a couple of years. Some, such as female tarantulas, can live up to 30 years. Diet. Spiders eat about 500 million tons of insects each year. Without spiders, insects would destroy much of our food crops. Spiders also keep the number of pests such as mosquitoes under control. Most spiders use their fangs to bite prey and inject venom, a poisonous liquid. Fangs work like a needle. Webs and silk. Some spiders make webs, which come in many different beautiful shapes. These spiders use special body parts to make silk for their webs. The webs trap insects for them to eat. Many spiders add a sticky glue to the web. This makes it hard for insects to escape. Once an insect is caught, the spider wraps it tightly in silk. Spider silk is stronger than steel. You can easily break a web because the threads are so thin. If the threads were as thick as a rope, the web could be strong enough to lift a jet airplane. Some spiders also use their silk as a way to travel. Wind can blow the silk across a space and it sticks to the other side. Spiders use a silk thread to walk from one twig or leaf to another. Some baby spiders make a silk parachute to travel. The wing carries the piece of silk and lifts the spider with it. The parachute can carry a baby spider for just a short distance, for over 100 kilometers. Some cool spiders. Many spiders do not spin webs to catch prey. The spitting spider, for example, spits sticky liquid onto its prey. This liquid becomes hard and traps the insect like a net. The jumping spider can jump from far away to surprise and attack its prey. The trapdoor spider digs a hole in the ground and covers it with silk. This spider springs up out of the trapdoor when an insect walks by. Tarantulas also spring out of holes in the ground to catch insects. Some tarantulas catch even bigger meals, such as birds and lizards. So this is other cool spiders. So it names some of those other spiders that there are, and it has the name of it, the body length, where it lives, and its unusual traits. Spiders are unusual animals. They build beautiful webs, have beautiful venom, and can sail through the air on silk. We depend on spiders to keep harmful insects under control. These skillful creatures have an important place in our nature world. And then we have our glossary. So make sure to go back to your KWL chart, and if you have to go through the video, go through it again so you can either answer your questions, and if you can't answer your questions, just write 1 to 2 things that you learned about spiders. And then we'll go back. So for mine, my first question was, how long do spiders live? So for me, I was able to find that spiders live a couple of years, but like a spider like a tarantula can live up to 30 years. And then for my second question, what do spiders eat? I was able to find that spiders eat about 500 million insects. So make sure you have your 1 to 2 things that you learned, and if you were able to answer your questions, then you can write those down, or if you weren't, just make sure to write 1 or 2 things that you found interesting about spiders.